Hello, this is tutorial for mods and MX bikes because I guess it gets super complicated for some people. Over a little over a year ago, I made a video about this, but it's probably super outdated, and I also had no clue how to make it look simple. So I'm gonna be updating that, and I'm going to be making that a lot better. So let's get straight into the main parts of putting in mods. Alright, first thing you're going to do is if you have MX Bikes open, go ahead and close it. Now that you got MX Bikes closed, go and search up mxb-mods.com. I don't know why I put in that, but it should direct you to this site. You have the popular mods, and you can scroll down and I think these are new mods that come out, but right here are popular mods and the top ones on right now. So if you are new to the game and you don't have the MX OEM bike pack, then that is the first thing that you need to download. I don't care if you want to download a track, if you want to download gear, the first thing you need to download is the OEM bikes because that's what everybody runs, and that is the only way that you can get into public servers because no one runs the stock bikes, so it's not going to work together. So you're going to click that at the beginning, and then you go to downloads, and you have a bunch of options right here, like a lot. So if you're new, you're gonna either download this one, or this one. I personally recommend Mega because it's the most secure, but you can do MediaFire. I'm pretty sure you can do a turbo downloader on there, which makes it faster, or Google Drive, whichever one that you feel comfortable with. Um, you don't got to worry about these other ones. Server version, that is for, I think that's for people who start servers, and pay for servers and stuff. Obviously, you don't need to worry about that. And patch is just for if you had an older version or this version that you downloaded right now messed up and it's just a patch. Or if they update it and you just download the patch and it fixes any problem that you have with the OEMs. So if you have any problems with OEMs, come down here and download a patch and replace all the files. Obviously, it gives you mod instructions, but you can follow those as you like. For example, you would go to Mega or whichever one you want, and you download it. Okay, it would be in your downloads folder. Next, you're gonna go to your files. Okay, what you're gonna do is you're gonna go to your search and you're gonna search up Piboso. All right, you're gonna pop up. It's gonna pop up, and you're gonna press the folder. Then you're gonna press MX Bikes. And this is how you're gonna import everything. This is where all of your mods will go. Like anything that you want imported in MX Spikes will be underneath Piboso. So for this particularly, you're going to go to, again, Piboso, MX Spikes. Then you're going to go to mods. And then you are going to go to bikes. I already have everything downloaded plus some other things. When you download it, it should come up with PKZ files and then folders inside of your download that you downloaded. When you do that, all you got to do is just import it into this folder underneath bikes. That is all you have to do. Then you can open up MX Bikes and everything should be there. I'll show you. MX Bikes has to be closed when you're doing this, or if it's open, just close it and reopen it. It doesn't do it while it's open. You can go to bikes and you have all of your OEMs right here. There's some extra stuff in here, but for example, MX1 MX1 OEM, that's what I'm on right now. That's like 450s, and then you have MX2 OEMs, all that. But I'm not going to get too far into that because there's more to do. Okay, next, if you want gear, okay, you can go to Rider, and you can go to Rider Gear, and then you have so many things to pick from. Okay, so you have all brands, virtual brands, IRL brands, retro, virtual team rider kit, custom stitching. I'm just gonna go to IRL brands, and you have everything right here. Let's say I wanted fly racing gear, right? You click fly racing, and it will bring you to everything on the shop that is fly racing. You have gloves, you have gear, um, just anything to pick from. Anything from Fly that is on the shop. You can do that with anything, okay? So if you want gear, I'm going to show you how to import that. So download whatever you want. Um, I guess I will download this as example. Okay, when your download is done, I recommend having WinRAR, but you're gonna open it with WinRAR, and these are all of your files. Okay, so that is what you're gonna be importing. So you're gonna go back to Paboso. Okay, you're gonna go to MX Bikes, Mods. Okay, Rider, and then you're gonna go to Riders, Default MX, Paints. Okay, this is where everything will be imported. So what you're gonna do is you're just gonna take these and you're gonna drag them in there, and then boom, you got your gear. That's it. And also your symbol is gonna look a little different if you're not. It's because of my browser. Um, this symbol doesn't matter. It's just because that's where my browser was downloaded. So if you're having problems with that, don't worry. It's nothing important. Another thing, if you didn't notice, if you go back, gloves, that's right here. Okay, so you're still gonna go to mods after MX bikes, and then you're gonna go to riders. Okay, same thing, default MX, and then you're gonna go to gloves, and that's where you if you download gloves, you put them right there. That's it. And there's also multiple other things you can do. So after pressing rider, these are all things that you can make for your riders. So obviously you have your boots, you have your fonts, helmet cams. I don't understand what that's for. Helmets, that's a big thing. Helmets. These are all helmets that I had downloaded, and it gets a little confusing. But when it comes to helmets, you can you can download a helmet model, and then you can download paints to that model. So don't get confused and think it's a different one, and then it doesn't pop up. You can press your helmet and then you can select your helmet paint after that. So you can download paints and models. So don't get those confused because, for example, these are three models that I have, and then all of these are extra paints added onto it. That's it. Boots, same thing. This right here, the T Crane Tech 10 and the 2020 Alpine Stars. Those are two models that I have. This is a paint for the Alpine Stars model that I downloaded on Edition. The models also come with their own paints, but you can get whichever one you want afterwards. And then this is also one that comes with other paints too, and that's a different model. So don't get those confused. Make sure if you want an extra paint, you search up the model and then paints. All right, so off from the rider part, I'm sure you're wondering, okay, well, I want a paint for my bike now, for my bike. I want it to look nice, right? What you're gonna do is you're gonna go to bikes, which all of this is pretty simple. Like it literally gives you everything that you need, but importing it can be a little different. So you're gonna go to bikes, and then you have new bikes, which you can select what type of bike that you want it for. These four right now are the models of bikes right now. The E10s came out a while ago. Enduro, people run those for enduro tracks, and then the supermotos, those are everyone knows what that is for supermoto tracks. People run that, but for the OEM motocross bike, if you want to see every single one for those, you can just press that. But you can go to liveries and you can select any brand that you got. So for me, I have a KTM. All right, so these are all of the KTM ones, but you can select MX for motocross and not definitely not enduro. And then you can select the model. So for me, I have a 23 450. This list is every single paint that I can put on my 450. Okay. You have this. You have this. You have so many different choices, right? You got camo. For an example, I guess I'm just gonna go and download this one. It looks cool. FXR Chrome. Okay. You scroll down. Obviously, it has mod instructions. Okay. Mods, bikes, paints. Easy. See, it tells you what to do. You just go to mods, and you go to bikes, and you go to the bike that you want, and then the paints. But obviously, I'll show you as an example. And some things only give you one download. That's completely fine. I recommend turning on the turbo downloader because it downloads a lot quicker. All right, now that it is complete, as you can see at the top, you're going to go to your folder. Okay, you are going to go back to Paboso. MX bikes, mods. I'm gonna go to bikes. Now you're just gonna look for your bike, okay? So mine also, these are the PKZ files. This just holds the information, okay? The folders are just for paints. So for me, mine would just be MX1 OEM. So you're gonna go down and you're gonna look for yours because MX1 OEM is 450s and then MX2 OEM is 250s. And if you have a 350, that's gonna be under MX1 OEM. So KTM 450 SXF. That is mine. After that, you're gonna go to paints. Also, you're not gonna have this model part, but you can download models for your bikes, but that can be in another video. Paints, okay? Just getting off. These are all the paints I have for mine right now. I think I have this downloaded because I had the one. But what you're gonna do is here's a little trick that I like to do. I just do this and then grab it right here. All right, you got this, right? I think, yeah, I might have that Chrome. No, all right. If listen, here's a big problem. If it doesn't work, make sure that that one right there is not there. So if you have a one or a two or something like that, backspace that. That can mess up a lot of things actually. That can that genuinely messes up a lot of things, right? So once you put that in, load up MX bikes. Alright, once you're in, you go to your bike and you go to your desired bike. Obviously, I already have mine selected. This is a custom paint that I did, so mine doesn't have a name, but you're going to go down and you are going to search, not search, but look for the one that you downloaded. Chrome FXR KTM. Alright, and there you have it. That is your bike paint. Okay, so once you have that in, I don't understand why I can't move around. Oh, there we go. That is your paint, and it is now imported in. Alright, one thing that I did forget to mention, when you have a helmet, right, and you're like, okay, where do I put my goggles? And you're like, there is no room for any goggles, there's nothing anywhere. Click around, you're trying to find the goggle slot. I forgot to mention this, but when you want goggles, when you download a helmet, goggles come with the helmet, right? So in NMX bikes, you have a goggles paint section, which comes with your helmet and your helmet paint. So that also comes with that. But if you wonder like, well, what if I want more, right? You're gonna go to rider, and then you're gonna go to helmets, and then you're gonna go to goggles. But you can't just download a goggle and then it goes into your paints. You have to find the model of helmet that you have. Okay, you have to find the model. So I'm pretty sure this is my model, but these are goggles. Okay, so when you download them, you're gonna go into your folders and then you're gonna search up Piboso, obviously like the last time. Piboso, MX Bikes, mods, and then you're gonna go to rider, and then you're gonna go to helmets. Put it in there. Just straight up put the goggles in your helmet folder. You're gonna have your goggles in your goggle paint inside of MX Bikes after that. That's really it. But you have to make sure that whatever goggles you download is the same exact model as your helmet. Like it'll tell you what the model is, like what it's for. So you have to match that up. I'm sorry, I forgot to mention all about that. Alright, so on to the tracks. Let's say a fella's getting a little annoyed and kind of used to all of the OG tracks, right? All the originals, all the built-in, like just let's say you're getting bored of that, right? And maybe you played for 40 hours and you are getting bored, right? You're gonna go to tracks. Obviously, if watching this video, you've probably figured that out by now, but I'm still gonna show you anyways. You're gonna go to tracks, pick whichever one out that you want. I don't really care. Just pick whichever one you want. I guess I'll do a motocross track, right? You're gonna go to motocross, and these are gonna be like either recent or trending tracks. Okay? These are gonna be all the tracks that you can download. Okay, so for example, I guess I'll download this track. All right. Again, ignore the server version. That's someone if they are paying for a server on a different thing and they're starting up a server that stays up 24/7. Okay. You're gonna download this track, and obviously it just has one. So if you're on MediaFire, do a turbo download. It's a lot faster. Okay. Once it's done, either it's in a folder or a PKZ file. Most of the time, PKZ file. You're gonna go back to your files. Okay. You probably figured this out. You probably already have it pulled up. Piboso. Okay. You're gonna go to MX Bikes, Mods. You're gonna go to Tracks. Okay. This doesn't really matter where you put them. And in my last one, I said to put everything in motocross. I don't know why I said that, but I have sorted everything out myself. Okay. These are all of my supercross tracks, and these are all my enduro track. Well, I guess I only have one. Mostly motocross though. Okay. As you can see, there are some that are just folders, and then most of them are PKZ. For this one, obviously, it's PKZ. So, same trick that I did last time. It's not really a trick, it's just a little faster. Same thing. You're going to go here, drag it in. Boom. You got your track. Okay. You're going to open up MX Bikes. Okay. All right, and it should be there, okay? This is what I just downloaded, and you can go into your testing and see, and if it's not there, just X out MX Spikes and go back in. If it's still not there, make sure the file doesn't have that parentheses 1 or parentheses 2 or something like that. And if that still doesn't work, try to delete it and re-download. I honestly, and if that doesn't even work, then it's just something's up with your computer, and I've had that multiple times happen to me. And I tried to download it like a month later, and it worked. So it's super weird. And just try all sorts of things, but those are the main points. Okay, so your track should be there after you're done. But that's pretty much all you have to do. Another thing, if you want to download a Supercross track, right? Just go to Piboso again. MX Bikes, getting old. You obviously know by now. Tracks, pick Supercross, and then drag it in there. Same for Supermoto. If you have a Supermoto track, drag it in there. Enduro, drag it in there. Easy. That is pretty much it for all of the basic mods. There's obviously more complicated ones, but I'm not trying to pack it all up into just one video. So I can make a part two if this one gets, if anyone asks or wants me to make a video on how to do model swaps or max HUD or anything like that. Alright, well, thank you for watching. I hope this video was somewhat helpful. If you have any questions, leave them down in the comments below. If there is any requests on anything that you're having trouble with and you need help downloading something or just any tutorial in specific, I got you. Just comment it down below. Make sure to like, subscribe, do some cool shit for me. Yeah, have a good day. Bye bye.